Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today for a fireside chat here with Wormy.io. Here I have Daniel, the CEO, together with me, and today we're going to discuss about deliverability and a playbook for affiliates in email marketing. Hi, Daniel. How are you today?
Amazing. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you.
That's such a great answer. Tell us a bit more. What's so amazing?
Yeah, so today is a great day because we have together a nice chat. I will be very happy to share some knowledge about email deliverability and in general about emails and my experience with that and some great tips and recommendations.
That sounds great, and I'm sure our audience will be very happy about that. We spoke a few times previously, and I think that what you're doing is like helpful for every person that's like doing some kind of marketing business. But before we jump into the questions, let us know a bit more about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Daniel. I'm from Israel. Doing entrepreneurship, I think most of my life. I mean, after my graduation, and it's try to make many things, and yeah, I love some extreme experiences like skydiving, mountain climbing. One of my dreams and my goals actually is to climb the seven summits, the highest summits in the world. So I'm on the way to I made already two, so five left. Uh, and yeah, and actually started this solving this problem of email deliverability when in one of my previous ventures I had a problem with emails going to spam, and I tried to find a solution to help me deliver the emails to the right place, but couldn't find, and then implemented all my years in the university to research and solve the solution,
That
the
sounds
problem. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, first of all, that sounds really interesting, and of course, congrats on the two summits and the third one for the next one. And I would say that like this was like nice intro to what Wormy does. But if you could give us like a short description about like Wormy, like as you mentioned, where the idea came from, but what you actually doing.
Yeah. So every almost every business in the world using emails, right? So this is the first thing that someone is joining a company. We open for him an email address, and emails is the second or the third popular channel for marketing or transactions or whatever, right? So every business using emails for something, or when someone is swiping his card, or for example for marketing or for generating more customers, right? So emails is a very popular and channel. And one of the main problems of this channel, which becoming harder and harder, is to land in the inbox on the primary folder of the user and not in the spam folder. And we are helping, this is our technology, helping these emails land in the primary folder and not in the spam, and which increase dramatically the engagement rate of the people, right? So of the prospects or the customers. So if more people will see your email, they will engage, they will click on it or read it or whatever. And we help doing it with our technology. And this is the problem we are solving. This is super interesting problem to solve because it's a black box, right? You will never know what triggers it. You can research, you can make a lot of experiments, and then only you can understand what caused the email go to the spam. And yeah, and this is what we are doing in the company. So it's very, very interesting, and this is what we are helping to other businesses to solve.
As I mentioned, you can probably help for every kind of business, but what type of business usually you work with?
Uh, normally we have a very widespread of businesses that we are working with, but mainly I would say obviously I would say mid market or small businesses. This is the largest number of customers we have, but we have a few enterprise companies. Different, but mainly we work with small businesses and mid market.
Interesting. And I assume there are a few different reasons why companies choose you, but what is the most common one? They say, "Hi, Warren team, I want to work with you because I need."
Yeah. So we act like doctors, right? So mainly people coming to us when they have the problem, right? So you as like God forbid a person has a problem, and then you Google how to solve my problem, etc. Right? So anyhow, so the same. This is how people are mainly coming to us. They're Google. Okay, I have low open rates, low reply rates, low click rates. What to do? And then this is how they find us. And then they already in this trouble, in this problem, because at the very beginning they might be not so aware that this is an actual problem. And after they're googling it, they're coming to us, and we're guiding them and explaining them that a spam issue is becoming harder and harder.
That's super interesting. And like looking at this, like 2024, we're already like past half of the year. Where is your focus for the second half of the year?
So we're always improving our technology. As I said, this is a black box, and always we are researching, and the focus is to improve even more and help this enterprise companies. And this is our main focus right now: how to improve enterprise companies, which has some of the time for their sales team, they have thousands of emails accounts. Then they have their marketing channel that they're sending newsletters, and these newsletters have low open rates. Not a lot of people are seeing this email, so we want to work with them, and yeah, and we're going this direction. Plus improving the technology, which is always it's something very interesting, because this is something we need to do continuously.
That sounds great, and thank you for this introduction. I'm sure that now people who are watching they can understand a bit better about yourself and the company, what you're doing. So let's dive deep a bit more to the conversation. And the first question I have is like, how important is email marketing for businesses today?
Yeah, it's super important. As I said, it's the second most popular channel for marketing for businesses after social media.
That's interesting. And does it matter if like a company is a B2B or B2C? Like if you can segmentize it?
I would say mainly B2B companies are using emails. B2C is more, into social media, uh, as we can understand, but mainly B2B companies. These are the companies that are using it actively. Yeah.
That's very interesting. And like when you're looking, like as you mentioned already, like some mistakes and challenges, like what are the common mistake businesses are doing when they're working on their like marketing strategy?
The main problem is sending a lot of emails from their main domain. This is the first mistake that businesses are doing in terms of email marketing. There's just uploading any list of contacts, sending them email from their main domain, and that's it. And then uh, the prospects or the leads click on mark as spam or something. This easy button to find on your mailbox, and that's it. At that point, the domain reputation goes down, and when the domain reputation goes down, the domain starts to be very sick. When the domain is sick, domain starts to go to spam, and this is it's like someone is smoking. As I said, we're like doctors. Someone smoking takes the first cigarette, second cigarette, and then after a while I understand something very wrong here, and I need to stop doing this wrong thing in my life. Yeah.
That's great to understand. And we talk about the mistakes, but like, where do you see the challenges are coming from? If I want to build like my email marketing strategy, what are the challenges that I would face?
Uh, yeah, so the first and main challenge I would say is the deliverability. Then it will be the content. The content is super important, because the content is impacts on deliverability on the other side. If the content you are sending to your prospects is irrelevant, and people don't want to read what you're sending, they in higher probability will mark you as a spammer. And if they mark you as a spammer, so it's a cycle. So shitty content, deliverability goes down, etc., etc. So So what you are sending, what you're proposing, and how you are sending it is super important for the success.
I think those are very crucial, and people do not understand the impact. If you think about one or two of your clients, if you give an example, what would be the impact of like those challenges and mistakes?
Yeah, so I can give some example of a customer that I personally helped them a week ago, where he sent, I mean, around 17,000 emails a day from one domain with very bad content, a content that, people is not clear enough. It's in HTML, not converting. So the open rates went down from, I think, 1 year ago from 50% to less than 1% today. And this is mainly because the content was very bad, no segmentation, people marketed as spam, and he destroyed his business. Actually, the business was totally destroyed because no, he made money out of engagement from this email. If someone is clicking or fill out a form or something like that, he makes money. Right now, nobody's seeing his email, so he doesn't make money. So the business actually irrelevant. And the main problem was the deliverability in his business. Yeah, so it can kill businesses if the emails goes to spam.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I think this is maybe an extreme case. Like, what would say like the average user that you work with, the average company you work with, where are the impact there?
The average company we work with, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so I would say there are a few. The first type of companies is companies that want to make a go-to-market plan and want to generate leads for the business. It's mainly small businesses, and they have a few email accounts, a few domains to generate leads with cold emails. This is one first type of company. Second is affiliates, which sending millions of emails every month or every week, and they are generating and their business actually generating money by sending these emails, and someone is clicking or fill out forms, etc., or calling. So this is other type of business. And the bigger one actually is businesses that has problems with their newsletters, transactional emails, this problem is also is very interesting problem because they're sending very legit emails, but again, deliverability goes down. And yeah, and in this case, we help them as help them as well. Yeah.
And this is like a good one for the next question. Like, how often should businesses check or audit their marketing and email marketing strategy in that case?
Honestly, I would say I don't know the frequency to say, but honestly, if the business relies a lot on emails to generate business, I would put it at the priority to track every day, at least a few minutes, the domain reputation, IP reputation, reply rates, etc. This is crucial for the success. If the email is just a secondary channel that is not interesting, maybe for B2C companies, so maybe less, but mainly for businesses that actually want to succeed with lead generation or get money from email. So I would say daily check is important because it can change actually daily all everything.
Interesting. So, like, companies need to do that. They need to go to the dashboard and check out how it's going, what are the stats, where are the performance days. So that's, I think, a very good tip. And we spoke earlier about some other benefits that you're working with. Like, if you can share, like, what is the benefits of like working with dedicated IP address in that case?
Yeah. So when someone is working with shared IP, actually, he got impacted from sorry, from different senders, right? And if you want to be the only one that impacts on your future, which is the IP that connected to you, so let me say something before. Four three things impacting deliverability. First, the content. Second is the uh, email account that is mentioned when you send the email is also important. Third is the domain reputation. And the first is the IP, content, email account, domain, and IP. And when you are using a shared IP with other senders, they can impact on you, and and vice versa. So if you have your own dedicated IP, so actually if you work correctly, everything will be okay, and you will start delivering the emails, and only you can impact on the IP, which is very, very nice. And if you are heavily rely on emails, this is the right direction for you to go.
That's good to know. And as a follow up, I would ask you, when is the right time to do it?
Uh, I personally, I believe in a lean way when we're building something, not immediately build something huge, and but I would start from a shared IP, see if the email channel is for you, and you are generating enough value. And then if you see that you want to scale, you want to be better, you want to build a better infrastructure, this is the right time to buy your own IP, have your own, several domains, your own system to send the emails.
That's a nice one. And like we're looking in general about like a deliverability and like warm up emails. What can like a warm up email can help with achieving better results?
So it's a simple answer. So when you send a lot of emails to prospects, most of them, as statistics show, will not engage with your emails. They will not engage because you are one of, I don't know, tens that sending these emails to them. So they are not engaging with the email, and this email and this domain or this IP starting to get lower reputation because nobody's engaging, right? So lower reputation, and then the second email again go to spam, etc. What warm-up emails are doing, actually, they are engaged with your message. So they are balancing between these emails that no one is engaging, and we are doing the engagement, and then the domain reputation keeps on high or being healthy. So the analogy to it is like, again, smoking, but in parallel you go into the gym. So the balance between or smoking or eating junk food. Maybe if you are eating junk food and going to the gym, the balance, you still on a good shape. And this is what warm-up emails are doing, like eating or like going to the gym. This is what we're doing.
I think it's a good example for it and like how to balance it life. And in general, you touched a bit earlier, but what are the key factors that like impact deliverability?
Yeah. So four things. As I said, it can impact deliverability, your content, email, domain reputation, and IP reputation. And what can kill your deliverability totally is if people are marked you as a spammer. There is a small button that you can click mark as a spam, and the second thing that can kill is if you are hitting some spam traps. What are spam traps? These are email addresses that some companies in the world, there are companies that this is what they are doing, generating traps. Why they're generating traps? They want to catch these cold emailers or unsolicited emailers. And this is what they're doing. They generated traps, and then you don't know that this is actually a spam trap. You're sending emails to the spam trap. They catch you, and they signal to Google and Outlook and all the big companies, this is a spammer. Just for you to know, this is a spammer. This domain is spammer. All the other emails put into the spam. So if you hit this spam trap, again, you can kill your deliverability. So yeah.
I think this is the first time that I hear about it. I didn't know about it before. but how business can avoid it? Like beside working with you, like, okay, I'm a small business, I'm selling something from my house, and I want to, I don't know, grow myself into even marketing. Where can I, avoid those kind of mistakes?
Yeah. So how to avoid this spam traps? Actually, there is no 100% guarantee to avoid these spam traps, but there are tools which are very good to clean the list. Let's say you have a list of 100 prospects, 100,000. You clean the list, and actually you avoid the spam traps. And this is one of the ways to do that. To be honest, is not 100% guaranteed, but in high probability you will remove a lot of them, and then you will improve your deliverability.
Yeah, that sounds like spot on in this case. And I'm sure that a lot of people who just starting the business, they have so much things to think about it, and they're just not aware. So this one,
Yeah.
like also businesses at the beginning, need to figure out with which solution to work with. And we talk about like automation and personalization. What can be the deliverability to help and improve this engagement?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yes. How can businesses add automation and personalization into their marketing campaigns to improve deliverability and engagement?
Yeah. So when businesses actually add add personalization to their email, actually the content becoming very very different, right? So, and this is helps to deliverability because this spam filters from Google, Outlook, and other big companies, they are watching on what you are sending, and when you are actually doing some automation from different content, personalized content for each person, it helps for deliverability. And but this is slightly from our research, it slightly helps. It's not something that I would say will change dramatically your deliverability. If you make a very very unique content for every person, it can help, but not from our research. It's slight change.
Interesting, because you said that content is one of the pillars in order to get like better results. And nowadays, with AI and ChatGPT, people have like
Right.
more engaged like content. I would say, how do you see the impact of ChatGPT like on those or AI tools on deliverability or like the ability of like people to be in front of their clients in a better way, in a better content?
I would say these LLM models actually made it worse because even Google said publicly that now they can read the content. Actually, right? Actually, they now can read the content and understand the content. And I think is deliverability will come a bigger problem with the time with this AI, and not a smaller one, because now actually they read the content and understand their user, and if the user can be interested in the product or in the offering that's sent by email. So deliverability will become harder with these models and not easier.
Interesting. I think it's the first time that someone said a bad thing about AI. I'm joking about that. I think it's also like super interesting. We spoke a bit before about like different like functions and solution. What is the tech stack that you recommend in order to achieve higher results?
I would say it depends on what you are trying to achieve. It depends on if you are a heavy sender, if you have a smaller list, if you are doing transactional emails. It depends on so many factors. So it's very hard to say in one word. But anyways, always what I would recommend, if it's marketing emails or sales emails, never ever send from your main domain. It's one number one rule. Main domain, keep it for yourself, for your customers that are paying, or I don't know, for customers that you are in touch. But if you try to generate leads or send some marketing content, etc., better to send or from subdomain or from another domain, which you don't care if the reputation will go down. This is, I would say, the number one rule. If someone is already doing it, I would suggest to stop.
That's really interesting because this is something they should not do.
Yeah.
And I think this is also like a overall question, like what are the things like if you have like just from the top of your mind, like three things that people should not do when it comes to like email marketing.
Yeah. So as I said, first, never ever send from your main domain, the marketing emails or the sales emails. Second is try to make more. Uh, can you hear me?
Yeah, it was just a glitch. If you can repeat.
Yeah. So some segmentation will be very helpful. What do I mean by segmentation? If there are some prospects that engage more with your emails, send them from separate content from the others. This is so the segmentation of your prospects is very, very important. So domain, segmentation, and the content itself, as it will look more natural, as from what we see, more natural, more real, less promotive. People are more engaging, and people are tired from all this marketing, all these designed emails. They want this simple to the point, and if it was simple to the point, they will probably engage. If not, probably not, and they will unsubscribe or mark you as a spammer, and that's it.
That's good. I hope the people that listening today will take it with them, and if not, we'll send them this chat in order to guys remember this what you need to do and this why not. And like there are so many companies like in the field that like trying to help with the marketing and automations. Like, what measures should like business take when they choosing a partner for email marketing?
Sorry, Dan, can you repeat?
Yes, of course.
It was cut off. Yeah.
No worries. What measures should a business take when they're evaluating potential email marketing partner?
I would say the final result. Okay, email is just the a way to achieve some results, right? So the final result is what? Getting demos, getting paying customers. I don't know. So let's measure what is the final result, and let's put a benchmark. For example, let's say from every 100 emails that I send, I want to book one demo, for example, or I want one purchase, or whatever. And if this number goes drastically down, this is the point we need to reach out to someone.
Yeah, I think this is like spot on and very important for people to understand. And I'm trying to figure out, like, together with you, like when we thought about the questions, like, where can like Wormy help affiliates to leverage their marketing partnerships and growth in that case?
So, Wormy, this is the exact tool that's solving email deliverability issues. And this is what we do. As I mentioned, everything I mentioned here, this is what we're trying to solve with our technology, and this is what we do. We help many affiliates. Some of them are, very heavy senders, sending millions, and some of them send a few couple of thousands. But what we do actually, we are helping them to land their emails in the inbox, which is always not a 100% guarantee to have all the emails to the inbox. This is obvious because of a lot of reasons, but we increase the open rates, the click rates, and actually increase the final result that they're trying to achieve. So affiliates are using Wormy to increase deliverability, and then in the final result is to increase the number of clicks, for example. Every affiliate is different, but yeah.
That's good. So you're saying they're also optimizing their like funnel based on the conversion rate at the end.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool. Before we wrap up, anything new upcoming in the next few quarters? Something that you would like to share with the audience?
We're always evolving. We're adding a lot of always adding a lot of features. I'm very excited about technology, AI, machine learning. I developed AI and machine learning, I think, 8 years ago, even before it was a hype. By the way, I was in a Shark Tank in Israel. So yeah, and I developed machine learning and AI that actually detecting melanoma, which is a skin cancer, by taking a picture from your phone and etc. So I'm very excited about what happened right now with the language models, etc. But we're always trying to be ahead in the field of email deliverability, emails, etc., etc.
That's really interesting. I also got to learn like something new. Daniel, thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure. I think there are like really good points for everyone who is like sending email. Like now I'm thinking I want to send an email to a client. Maybe I should try warming myself. That
Yeah.
someone maybe will reply. But I think this is a great tool, and I'm very happy that we have this partnership ongoing. I got to know like some of the guys in your team, which are really great, and I'm looking forward to continue doing like more things in the future. Have a nice afternoon and enjoy ASC in a few more weeks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.